One day I won't log into this world anymore. Glorporous won't be a part of my daily life, and I won't remember what day 59 of this series felt like. And whatever feels heavy right now eventually won't feel this big. And that's not sad, it's just true. Welcome to day 59 of my 365 day series where I think aloud while hoping an audience gets interested enough to stay and listen. Today, I've been thinking about scale, about how things that feel permanent eventually shrink into memory, and maybe that's not something we have to fear. Uh, First of all, I just want to mention my audio drivers cut off while I was recording this video, and I'm doing a voiceover right now, so you will not be hearing anything from the game because I don't know what happened. So I had to restart my laptop, and now it's only working while I'm doing a voiceover. Anyway, I'm looking for my base right now, and I'm not entirely sure where it is. Uh, so I I'm just gonna go onto this cliff and let's go take a look on where our base is because we're pretty lost right now. We walked to a village and we did a raid. So now there's a woodland mansion there. And now, oh, okay, there it is. Our cherry blossom base. That's essentially where spawn is. Um, that was a terrible water bucket clutch. That was another terrible water bucket clutch. Anyway, I'm voiceover right now. I'm doing a voiceover, and it sounds like I'm just watching the video with you guys. So instead, I'm going to be talking about memory. Now, why exactly do I talk about this? First of all, Glorporous feels like it has to be big, and it feels like there's a lot of pressure that's being put on me in order to upload every single day at the same time and to progress eventually and to show progress in how I think and how I do things. You know, am I being more effective? Am I thinking more clearly, more focused, and all of that? At the same time, that was a bad water bucket clutch. I realized just randomly in class, this will all come to pass anyway. And eventually, there will come a time in my life, maybe when I'm an old man, if that even happens, where I don't think about Glorporous because I've essentially tied Glorporous to my daily identity. It's something that I do every single day. It's something that I have to record for every single day. And that takes a lot of time and a lot of effort. And it makes me feel pressured. But eventually, it's all gonna go away. Anyway, there's also another form of pressure that I've been feeling. School. I've got mock exams coming up next week. Like literally next week. Up until, if I'm not mistaken, 13 March. So it's gonna be running for exactly 2 weeks. And why exactly do I feel so pressured? Um First of all, that's a long time. But also this past week, the week that I'm recording this on, is really pressured as well because we had a holiday the week before, and there's just been a lot of tasks that we've been given, and we simply do not feel prepared, especially after a week-long holiday. We all feel very relaxed, and as soon as we come back, we're bombarded with all these tasks and all these things we all just have to suddenly do. We're not gonna do or we're not gonna perform well, and we're gonna feel very pressured and we're gonna feel very stressed. But that's that's what happens. And honestly, there's gonna be a day, maybe probably later in the year, where I don't remember any of this. Honestly, there might be it could be like a week after these mock exams where I realize, oh, it doesn't matter. Or maybe I don't even realize and I don't even think about it. So it's not anything to take seriously. Well, I mean, I should take it seriously, but I should really let the pressure get off of me because there's this formula that I've learned in physics where if temperature remains constant, and I don't know what temperature is a metaphor for, but when temperature is kept constant and you decrease pressure, volume increases. And that's sort of like a fun way to think about it. I randomly thought of it during the video, but essentially, when you decrease pressure, obviously that's decreasing like actual life pressure. It gives you more space to think, to focus, and to plan ahead and to grow. Most importantly, that's something I've been wanting to think about. And well, I should really let some pressure off, but it's a little bit difficult. All right, there's a tree right there. That's my base behind. There's a mob farm. There's a tree. There's a little farm that I worked on in a previous video. You guys should check it out if you want to. But we're gonna be exploring for a little bit because we haven't explored much. We haven't explored in this direction specifically, so let's go ahead and maybe there's like a village here. I'm not exactly sure what I was doing at this part. I think I wasn't even speaking, but I don't know. I'm watching this video along with you guys, which is a little bit of a weird experience. Um that yeah, that's a moss cave that I that was something I've been looking for so desperately for the past few days because most of my builds have moss in them. And that's not a bad thing, but that's a bad thing because there's no moss nearby. Anyway, it's turning nighttime. I don't have a bed in my inventory, so we're gonna go back to my house and sleep, and we're gonna cook ahead and grab the moss. I almost dropped into that cave. Anyway, there's been a lot, and let's think about it. I have been getting 2 hours of sleep, and I say that as I'm going to my base to sleep. Uh, and I mentioned that because it affects how I think immensely, and I not overslept, but I accidentally slept last night. Like I was severely drained by school and by whatever I had to do because honestly there's a lot on my plate right now and I got too full, you know? So I sort of threw up and I mean that metaphorically. I slept from hold on, let me check my phone real quick. I slept from 8 8 p.m. 8 p.m. is ridiculously early to sleep and I woke up at 5:56 in the morning and I recorded this video like a bit after that. So I got 9 hours of sleep and that is amazing. And at the same time it goes to show how much pressure I've been holding on to, how much weight I've been holding on to, and sometimes I just need to let go because it won't feel that big. It's very short term. It's not going to last a century or my whole life. You know, it's going to pass, and I don't need to feel this pressure. So, anyway, we're going to the Moss Cave right now, or the Lush Cave actually, and um, I'm not exactly sure how to continue the topic. This is all that I actually discussed in the video. It's just that I was bothered by a lot of things like in game. Ouch. Uh, ouch again. All right. So Moss Cave. I haven't got any shears or anything really. Okay, there's a zombie. Um, Yeah, burn. Out, 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 burn. All right, nice. Um, okay, there's a creeper right there. That sucks. I don't want. I hate these guys. You know what? No, explode, explode. Go ahead. Bam. Uh, these guys suck. I hate these guys so much. Anyway, um, I'm running out of things to say, but ooh, it's actually a really good one that I was thinking of, and I forgot to mention it up until this point in the voiceover. But there once was a time in my childhood where I used to think that bottle flip challenges and Ugandan knuckles and like what Nyan Cat used to be everything that I knew. And now I realize it was such a small part of my life. Like I was 6 in 2016 and I used to think that those things were so funny and were the peak of humor and were like, you know, they were massive at the time. And now I don't think anyone even remembers those. Well, no, I know people remember bottle flip, and I know some people will probably still do it, like maybe at school as like a little pastime activity. Why? Yeah, so I've been looking for moss for the past week, and there just so happens to be an azalea tree right here. Do you know how crazy that is? I needed azalea leaves, I needed moss, I needed it for so many things, and now it just happens to be here. That is absurdly annoying, and it was covered by those big dark oak trees. Anyway, I'm gonna be making a little crevice over here because I need to smelt some iron because I need shears in order to what's it called, to get those leaves. All right, my childhood was such a major it's a major point in my life. I'll say that it was definitely important in my development as a person, and it determined how I was going to be in the future, and I am grateful for that. But at the same time, the pressure and all the things that I felt I no longer feel, you know. So I'm not sure how exactly I should define this. Like, should I be in the present moment or should I not be in the present moment? But it's something that I just thought of, okay? And I'm grateful for all the opportunities that I've been given to think and to be myself. And we're nearing the end of this video, and I just want to close it off, or at least I want to start closing it off. But if you guys have been sticking around up until this part of the video, or if you guys have even been sticking around since like previous videos and you're watching up until this point, I just want to say I'm really grateful for you guys sticking around, and I hope that the way that I think, oh, thunderstorm, I hope that the way I think um encourages you guys to maybe look at life in a positive way, because I have been struggling for a while. I've been struggling with identity and maybe agency and just trying to do things because, to be frank, I haven't been doing much in my life. I've been treating things very light and at the same time very heavily, and I need balance. And in seek of that balance, I think and I speak. So that's all for today. Thank you for watching. I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow. That's all. Bye bye.